Welcome to Fastang 444. This was my first game of the day, and I tried starting in the greenhouse area. There wasn't anything there, so I moved to the area I call the Bird's Head, which is south of the expressway, southeast of Horizon Street Scene. Here's a pretty good start, a Ford Focus RS Level 5. When I find a mid-level vehicle right at the beginning of the game like this, I will immediately engage in head-to-heads. There's some cars over here. Let's see if I can't get into a head-to-head if they're already not in a head-to-head. I'll open up the map and see how far outside of the next arena I am. Okay, not very far. And the reason for this is if it winds up being a arena, the second arena that is on the far west coast, I need to start heading there a little bit sooner than trying to engage in head-to-heads this far from the next arena. Alright, they're pink dots, so that means they are not in a head-to-head. If they were pink with a line through them, that would mean they were already in a head-to-head. So let's see if I can't get into a head-to-head with one of them. And if they're going looking for drops, most likely they are in a lower level car. Just as I thought, it's a level 1 Nissan. There's some hills and trees on this line, so hopefully I can avoid them. So far so good, just narrowly missing that tree or trees. And this Nissan Chizuru is actually doing really well at keeping up with me, so I'm kind of surprised. I thought I would get away from them fairly easily in this Ford Focus RS Level 5. Alright, now that I'm in a flatter section, I'm accelerating and getting away from them. No worries at this point, I should be able to beat them. Alright, the Porsche 959 Rally. It's the best level 6 in my opinion. Because it is a rally vehicle, it's the best off-road, and most of the races in Forza Horizon 5, the Eliminator, are off-road. So let's see if I can't head back the direction I just came from and go to the perimeter. And my strategy is, by doing that, I am not engaging in a head-to-head with someone that just leveled up, possibly in a higher level vehicle. They're over here in a lower or a mid-level vehicle, away from where I just completed a head-to-head and possibly other head-to-heads are finishing their head-to-heads. Try getting into a head-to-head with this vehicle, and it's a Maserati Levante, but I must not have been close enough. So let's head over this direction. Let's go back towards the perimeter. And there is someone on the mini-map over this direction, but then they disappear on the mini-map. So they must have parked where they're invisible, and I don't see them along the way. I'll drive around in a clockwise direction along the perimeter, seeing if I can't find someone to get into a head-to-head with, and I'll glance at these drops along the way. someone that just got a car drop up here. Let's see if I can't get into a head-to-head with them. I think it's a level 2 Porsche. I had to use a little bit of caution that I'm not getting into a head-to-head with a faster car, but I'm catching them fairly quick. Right here, there's a line of trees that are ahead. I know it's a clear route close to those line of trees. Go through a little pond, didn't slow me down too much, so this should be an easy win. They're doing actually really well keeping up, but they're no match for this level 6 Porsche. By the pattern of these head-to-heads that I'm engaging in, I know that the final arena will be one of the 3 final arenas near Horizon Street Sim. Alright, great. Mercedes-Benz AMG GT4. This has, I'd say, around level 9 speeds. This is a great car, so let's see if I can't find someone to get into a head-to-head. There's someone that is parked that went invisible on the map, but I got them before they were there very long, and it's someone in a level 1 Volkswagen Beetle. And I'm still not sure why someone would take that over the Nissan Tsuru unless they have some kind of challenge they're trying to accomplish, but in this case, I'm glad they did. It's not going to be a challenge for me. I'll be able to get into a level 8 here. I'm going to bear a little farther to the left. In line of that pyramid, farther to the right, there's a bump that's on the other side of the expressway that'll send you flying into the air. Okay, the MG Metro. I will head to the perimeter with this. You have to use a little bit of caution with this, even though it's a level 8. Its top speed isn't very quick, but it does accelerate quickly off-road. There's a car over here. I'm going to see if I can't get on the other side of them towards the perimeter and catch them going away from where a head-to-head would lead. I believe a head-to-head would lead north towards Horizon Street Sim. They are right on the perimeter. So let's go a little farther south, turn back around on them. Perfect. I caught them heading away from where a head-to-head would lead. And they must have thought when they saw a white car that I was in a slower vehicle. That is the deceiving thing about seeing this white car, is you think it's maybe a level 2 Porsche or a Volkswagen Beetle. It looked like they hit something back there because they were maintaining that distance between us, and then all of a sudden they kind of stopped on the mini-map. I'll go east of this Cloverleaf intersection and over a little hill that's over here. There are 19 drivers left, so one more head-to-head. I'll be in a level 10. And let's see what I get here. This winds up being a Fiesta. Great car. And handles really well off-road, accelerates really quick off-road. This will be a great vehicle to use to get into another head-to-head and level up to a level 10. Now I'm going to head over towards the stadium. And my strategy is the head-to-heads are around Horizon Street Sim. So those are going to be most likely higher level cars. that are engaging in head-to-heads over there. And if I go away from it, someone is most likely looking for a drop, or they're trying to avoid head-to-heads because they're in a lower or mid-level car. So just got a drop there, and this other car looks like they're chasing them, so the hunter is going to become the hunted. And it's a Bronco R, so I shouldn't have a problem beating that. They were heading away when I engaged in the head-to-head. And I actually have a sound for my horn that isn't very loud, so when I engage in a head-to-head, there's a delay before they realize that they're in a head-to-head. I know right away, and so I think it's a good tactic. I used to have a really loud horn, and then they knew at that precise moment and would start heading the direction of a head-to-head. This finish point is at the neck of the dog's head, and I know there are some buildings I have to maneuver around. Okay, great. The Rocky has the second highest top speed of all of the level 10s, just behind the Mercedes-Benz AMG 1. And I'll use this in the final showdown. I am just going to stop here, let my vehicle go opaque on the mini-map, which means I'm invisible on the mini-map. They still visibly can see me, and if someone comes towards me, finishing a head-to-head and wants to challenge me, I will get into a head-to-head. If not, I will just get over to the eastern edge of the final arena just in time for the final showdown on the expressway. I can visually see cars going over there to where on the mini-map there's cars finishing head-to-heads, and there's other cars going over there trying to catch someone that finished a head-to-head, engaging in head-to-head. So right now the arena is shrinking, so I will start just slowly going over there, not leaving enough time to where if someone wants to get into a head-to-head, they're just going to put themselves out of position. This is a Lamborghini Centenario, and if I would have gotten into another head-to-head, that would have been an option of the other level 10 I could have chose, but I decided again on this Brocky because of the top speed.
Final showdown begins in 30 seconds.
You can see where I like to leave from. In this right lane, there's a slightly greater distance over the left lane in Arena 1. The range of time to leave is 22 to 25 seconds, and I will leave at the minimum 22 seconds because the Brocky has a quick acceleration rate.
Final showdown in 3.
I know this will be exiting at 2.5 seconds because the announcer just started to say 2 seconds as I was exiting.
2, 1, go!
There's no need for me to open up the map. I know this is the wet season, so I will go off to the left around this ramp and use the bridge to cross the river. And it looks like the Lamborghini Centenario is taking a little bit of a shortcut. That's a good line to take, but there's potentially you're going to hit trees on that line, and I didn't want to chance that. I figured I would stay next to the road, and that's exactly what happened to them. They go right there, bounce off that tree, and now They have the lead, so I'm going to stay near the road. They ran straight into that tree, trying to take that shortcut. So it looks like the finish is just at the point, the road that goes to the tunnels on the suspension bridge is at. So I'll go left of this building, try and watch out for a few trees here. I graze off of one, hit some logs, but I'll be able to get the win, number 1,900. Yes!
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
Subscribe, please. Just click that link on the bottom right.